Hello, and welcome to the Lost Wild West, the place where outlaws ruled, legends were born, and the untamed frontier still whispers its darkest secrets. Today, we bring you a tale of fear, survival, and destiny, a journey so dangerous even its name was carved in death. This is Dead Man's Walk. But before we begin, ask yourself, what would you do if every step forward brought you closer to death, yet turning back meant certain doom? The year is the early 1840s. Texas is young, raw, and restless. The deserts are vast, stretching like an endless ocean of burning sand and cruel silence. Whispers spread among the people of a land beyond, full of riches, of glory, of conquest. But the path to it? A cursed trail. A road so feared it earned a name that struck terror in every heart. Dead Man's Walk. And into this desert marched two young rangers. Augustus Gus McCrae, sharp-witted, bold, full of charm. And Woodrow Call, quiet, relentless, a man of iron discipline. Together, they join a ragtag company of Texas Rangers on an expedition that promises glory, but hides nothing but despair. The journey begins under the scorching sun. The men march in silence, their boots sinking into hot sand, their eyes scanning the horizon for water that never comes. Days turn into nights, but the desert shows no mercy. Horses collapse from thirst. Men's lips crack open, bleeding from the dry heat. Yet every night, when the fires burn low, a chilling thought spreads among the camp. Few who enter Dead Man's Walk ever return. One night, a ranger swears he sees figures watching from the ridge, shadows moving silently under the moonlight. But when the men rush to look, nothing. Only silence. Another morning, the trail is marked with strange signs. Bones scattered across the sand, as if the desert itself was feeding. Still, Gus and Cal push forward. They are young, determined, and untested. They believe courage will be enough. But the desert does not care for courage. Inside the group, tempers begin to flare. Some men doubt the expedition leader, others whisper of betrayal. Hunger and thirst gnaw at their souls. Gus tries to lighten the mood with jokes, masking his own fear. Call says little, but his silence weighs heavier than words. And always, the desert waits. What these men did not know was that the true enemy was not just the desert. It was waiting for them beyond the horizon, in the form of merciless warriors, betrayal within their ranks, and a faith that would haunt them forever. This was only the beginning of the deadly march known as Dead Man's Walk. In the next chapter, we uncover the trials that would break even the bravest men and test the very soul of the Texas Rangers. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to the Lost Wild West, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Because out here, every legend has a price. The desert had already claimed its price. Horses lay dead along the trail. Men stumbled with blistered feet. And yet, the march continued. This was not a journey anymore. It was a sentence written by the cruel sun and signed by death itself. They called it the March of Death. Day after day, the Rangers pushed deeper into the wilderness. The heat pressed against their backs like a branding iron. Every breath felt like fire. Water was scarce. One sip shared between 5 men. Food ran out, forcing them to chew on leather straps just to keep their jaws moving. Still, they marched, for to stop meant to die. But little did they know, the desert was not their only enemy. One evening, as the sun bled into the horizon, scouts spotted riders in the distance, dark figures against the glowing sky. At first, they thought it might be salvation, but salvation does not stalk you like a wolf. The Comanche had arrived. Silent, watchful, they rode along the ridges, circling the weakened rangers like predators sizing up prey. Every night, their war cries echoed across the sands, haunting, inescapable, reminding the men that death was near. Inside the camp, fear began to spread faster than thirst. Some men wanted to turn back. Others accused the leaders of leading them straight into a grave. Arguments turned violent, guns were drawn, and in the chaos, discipline broke apart. Gus tried to calm them, his sharp wit offering brief laughter in the face of doom. But even his jokes could not hide the growing terror in his eyes. Call remained silent, but his silence was not strength. It was the silence of a man preparing for the inevitable. One night, a ranger disappeared. In the morning, his tracks showed he had abandoned the group, taking precious water with him. "If the desert doesn't kill us," one man whispered, "our own will." And he was right, because betrayal had only just begun. The next day, the Comanche struck. They came with the fury of a storm, arrows slicing through the air, rifles cracking like thunder. Men scattered, horses screamed, dust rose in clouds. The Rangers fought back desperately, but they were weak, dehydrated, broken. Some fell instantly, others were taken alive. And when the dust settled, the survivors realized the truth. The desert had been merciful compared to what awaited them now.